Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I'd really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing a rare full bracelet Linde Werdelin The One 2.2, a stainless steel timepiece, 44 millimeters in diameter, generally seen on straps when it's seen. Linde Werdelin, making only a few hundred watches a year, isn't a brand that you see often, and when you do, again, they tend to be on straps. The fully integrated bracelet here almost looks like a modern techno-industrial take on the classic 1970s Omega lobster tail bracelets, and it is a large timepiece but a thin timepiece. It has many extra links. You will size it properly for your wrist because there's immense flexibility built in, so don't worry about the fact that this fully intact unsized bracelet is a little bit large for my forearm. 44 millimeters in diameter. It doesn't really wear that way because it's more of a cushion profile case. It's only 12.5 millimeters thick, making it one of the thinnest dive style watches I've encountered. Lug-to-lug, the watch measures 49.2 millimeters, and here's a better approximation of how it fits when you size it down. I've bent the links around my wrist and collapsed the clasp, and you can see it really does hug the wrist with a very stumpy lug profile featuring a countersunk link such that you get a really good ergonomic fit around the wrist rather than on top of the wrist. The timepiece features a beautiful Linde Werdelin factory bracelet, and I cannot overemphasize how handsomely faceted and finished it is. The lines are crisp, the satin is perfectly aligned link to link. There's a little bit of a change of plane around the center inflection of the links and then a beautiful taper on the side. You can see the shoulders are angled off. This really does look like a bracelet designed by a robot in the spirit of the 1970s. Everything from Gerald Genta to the Rolex Oyster Quartz to the Gerard Perregaux Laureato. This is a glorious historical tribute that nevertheless reads as very modern in its execution. You'll appreciate the fact that the clasp is a twin trigger system, so it closes very securely, and on the underside you can see it's deceptively well ventilated with clear gaps between the links on the underside. Though it appears almost seamless on the top, it will not pull hair, it will not pinch the wrist or trap wrist heat. The timepiece featuring a case that is handsomely made, faceted, double finished with both polish and satin. The nice thing about Linde Werdelin is that every lug system is modular, so the bolts fixing the bracelet to the case can easily be undone with hex screws, and you could fit any one of a huge range of Linde Werdelin accessory straps, everything from rubber to alligator and all materials in between. You'll also note that there's a sort of flanking interlock system, and that's exactly what it is. It is an interlock that allows this case to dock with the Reef and the Rock, Linde Werdelin's in-house dive and land sports computers. They have everything from backlights to data recorders, barometers, altimeters, landslide, or I should say avalanche detection equipment if you happen to be skiing, as well as real-time depth gauges and depth recorders if you are a professional diver, allowing you to use this watch as a professional diving or land sports instrument. Now, as a backup, it does feature a superb rotating bezel. It's a 300-meter water-resistant dive watch. Have a listen to the bezel ratchet. It is very precise, crisp, and a pleasure to hear. You'll also note that there is a lovely array of nuanced features on the dial, starting with the steeply sloped flange that cuts down from the bezel to the dial base, which features a sector-style minutes and seconds track outboard underneath applique indices with a lovely key lime coloration. Linde Werdelin watches are made in Switzerland but designed in Denmark, and this is a great example of Danish design. It is truly modular, like another great Danish design, Legos, and it features the spirited minimalism of, for example, Jorn Utzon's architecture. It is a lovely timepiece that is rare in its slim profile for a diver. Inside the case you have an ETA caliber 2892A 242-hour power reserve bidirectional automatic wind. There's a quick set for the date, a stop seconds function, 21 joules, and quite tough. And you'll also appreciate the fact that the watch is a limited edition of 88 pieces, so even within the scarce Overall population of Linde Werdelin timepieces, this one is scarcer still. Handsome, wearable, unusual, original, and beautifully equipped. It's also highly adaptable. I cannot overemphasize how much the Linde Werdelin factory strap options, as well as the dive and land sport timers, expand the look and the functionality of the watch. See this one and make it yours on the watch box. And we're back with the Linde Werdelin The One 2.2. Note how extensively loomed this dive bezel is.